How's it? Welcome back to the channel. So last night when I was going to sleep, I was doing my regular hypnagogic meditation thing where I follow the mental imagery as I'm drifting off into sleep. But something that doesn't happen all that often is I ended up making it all the way through that to the vanishing point, to essentially where, the hypnagogic imagery ends and you enter into a different stage of sleep. And something that I think helped me get to that point was actually something that happened in the beginning of my, hypnagogic meditation session. So I thought I would share that here really quick. Plus, it kind of highlights why I like this hypnagogic meditation practice so much for lucid dreaming, because I feel like it works the same mental muscles. So I was going to sleep pretty late, because I have been doing a lot lately and just been full on back into video games for the past year, honestly. But then recently, the Modern Warfare 3 beta came out, so I've been playing way too much of that. Anyway, so I plan to play for 1 hour. I end up playing for 3 hours. I'm going to sleep way too late. But the good part about that is I was really tired, so my hypnagogic imagery was coming on strong quickly. Now, it doesn't always present, my hypnagogic imagery doesn't always present like this to me, but this is just how it was presenting itself to me last night. So as I was going to sleep, and the hypnagogic imagery started to come up, is when they were first coming up, they were almost holographic, or they're kind of see-through, barely any color to them, just kind of outlines of things. But I would get one image pop up, and then another image would pop up, and then another image would pop up, and then the earlier image would still kind of be in the background, it was just being layered over each other. And then eventually, the early images would fall away, and then, just more new images would start popping up. But then to introduce a level of control, which is really how I like to, introduce levels of control into this early hypnagogic state a lot, is to start setting intentions of where I want to take the mental imagery, or the dream scenes, or however you want to think about it. And so as I started laying down that intention, and I'm seeing these random images pop up, eventually one will pop up that's kind of more in line with the intention I'm setting and the direction I want to take these images. But the first one that popped up wasn't exactly what I wanted, so I kind of let it go. But I also let seeing that image sink my intention deeper, in the direction I want to take it. All right, so then, another image just pops up, and then eventually one more image pops up that's even more along the lines that I want to get to, but wasn't exactly it. So I do that a few times until eventually I get to a dream scene or a hypnagogic imagery scene that I like. And then I focus in on that image. It gets a lot more solid. It stays there. I stop seeing these other ones laid over it. Color starts to be involved into it, and then it becomes basically a regular, typical, liminal dreaming state. But then to continue controlling that is when these images come on, the vast majority of the time, they'll be packed with narrative, right? So you want to follow the narrative, but then to keep guiding it, I want to start, kind of guiding it and anticipating where I want this narrative to go. I'm 1 or 2 steps ahead of it and guiding it like that. Now, the problem is, especially if you're using this technique to get to this point, but this is something that happens a lot in, regular lucid dreams as well, is because I'm so wrapped up in the narrative, it can very easily suck you all the way into it and cause you to lose your lucidity, lose your 1-step removal from it. And then you get wrapped up in the story and, you fall asleep, basically unconscious or not lucidly aware at all, as you typically do. But I think the thing that was helping me out with that specifically is when I saw those images popping up, kind of like the video I posted, at some point before this, is I thought, oh, this would be an interesting thing for me to want to relay in my video, right? And so I think by me having that idea of trying to hold on to this experience, thinking about I want to remember this later to relay in a video, or it could just as well be to write down in dream journal or whatever, that helped me keep my 1-step removal from it and kind of keep watching this scene, stay lucid without getting totally wrapped back up in the story. And so really that same technique and that same thing can happen within your regular lucid dreams as well. So yeah, that's one of the good things about having my YouTube channel, is that when I see stuff like that, it can give me a strong incentive to want to really, try to stay locked in, stay 1 step removed from it, remember why I'm watching this scene, because I want to relate it to my video. But like I said, it can work just as well for, dream journaling or telling your significant other or friend about your experience as well. So just a quick little video there. And until the next one, keep the hypnagogic practice and the lucid dreaming practices legit.